listening to the Fuck Yeah Nation Network.
Hey, welcome to Robert Land. That's right, your favorite not safe for work comedy theme park podcast. And I'm your host, Robert Thompson, comedian, musician, theme park menage all I do. What is up, everybody? How you guys doing? It is god darn demur. That was actually Icelandic for it is great to be here. Hold on a second, 1 second. We're going to do this intro again, but in Espanol. Bienvenidos, Robert Land. De parcas, temáticos, de camarilla, no seguros, del trabajo. Yo soy host, Robert Thompson. Thank you. Wait, no. How you guys doing? ¿Cómo estás? Yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to give you guys a little. The Mighty Ducks films are multicultural. You know, they play Trinidad in this film. They've got a whole steel drum band with them, and it's great. And it celebrates diversity. So I thought I'd try to learn a little Espanol, and throw that in there for you guys. But I'm really excited. It is our second installment of our Mighty Ducks specials. We're talking about these films that shaped our childhood, and man, I mean, this one was a big deal when it came out. It had Kenan Thompson, from All That, now of course SNL fame. He invented something that doesn't work in real life, but was pretty fucking rad, the knuckle puck. So guys, this one I'm excited about. We're gonna get right into it and talk about Mighty Ducks D2. So before we do that, I want to introduce our guests today. You may have seen them in a million other episodes of the program. We've got Ryan D up in the house again.
Woo woo!
And Mr. Rossco Soletrain. We gonna get into it.
Yeah.
But before we do, we're gonna go to my favorite segment, your favorite segment, our Theme Park Minute with Zach Hillman.
This is Theme Park Minute with Zach Hillman. Disney's Tangled is notable for being the only Disney movie to have a fully themed restroom in one of their parks. Debuted in 2013, these lavatories feature fun references for fans of the film. Rapunzel's pet Pascal, her frying pan, even wanted posters for the roguish Flynn Rider. But my favorite is the machine that automatically braids my ass hairs.
Bet you know that, did you? Well, here I am with me, Rossco Soletrain, and Ryan D. Well, guys, man, we are here. We are steers. Get used to it. It is exciting. Mighty Ducks 2 D2 Judgment Day.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, last week we talked about Mighty Ducks, the first film. This is Mighty Ducks D2, and I think both of the movies had a lot of stuff that I remember, and then a lot of stuff I didn't remember. Mm-hmm. I mean, where do we begin with this one? What's going on in the plot of this one? Just to summarize it. Can you summarize it, Mr. Rossco Soletrain?
Yeah, basically Mighty Ducks won.
Again, right?
Yeah.
So Bombay. It starts with Bombay.
Beat for beat.
Yeah, Coach Bombay, the hotshot attorney, gave up his attorneydom to play like weird adult hockey for.
No.
Like Pee-wee.
So this one
Weird adult hockey.
So this one continues the story. So at the
Wait,
end,
adults play hockey? Okay.
Some. So this one, it continues after Coach Bombay gets on the bus to go try out for the Minnesota Waves, which is the minor league hockey team, and he's one step away.
What a fitting name,
Yeah.
Yeah, the waves and the lakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Stupid. So he's one step away from landing a spot on an NHL team, and then he gets his fucking knee blown out, and there that goes. So now he's back to
being down on his luck in Minneapolis.
It's like he takes this bus back to Minneapolis. It's like, motherfucker, you were in Minneapolis, so you didn't really go anywhere.
That's right. I didn't even think about that.
Like,
and then he says,
okay.
"Good to be home."
Yeah.
When he gets out of the bus,
and fucking
you went 4 blocks on that Greyhound.
Yeah, good to be home.
Yeah.
And weirdly enough, fucking Bob Miller was the announcer in fucking Minnesota that follows them all the way to L.A. and does all the goodwill games all throughout the course of the movie.
Yeah.
Which is fucking okay.
The great Bob Miller, you know,
Yeah.
who's the Kings announcer for forever. He's one of the best announcers in sports history,
Absolutely.
hockey history. So it was great that they utilized him a bunch in this
Right,
one.
right.
I mean, dude, there's so much to D2.
Yeah. And
but-
like, dude, right in the beginning, there's all this shit they like throw at you real quick.
Just establish who's not going to be in this one.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, this is fucking Jan. He's Hans' brother. Hans went back to fucking Norway to take care of his mom, who's probably like 800 fucking
Yeah,
years
he went
old.
home to take care of her mom. I'm his brother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jan.
she seems to like my brother
Yeah.
Han a lot more than me, Jan. Yeah, how'd she name them? Okay, you'll be Jan, you'll be Han.
Fucking
Yeah, but so okay, so Han's role. Okay, so Charlie Gordon Bombay. His dad died when he was young, and I'm assuming that the Han and Jan brothers kind of like took him in when he would go visit their shops.
And they're, yeah, exactly. They were in the
They're
ice hockey
toy
shop.
That's something that was never really established in either of these movies.
No.
right? Like,
What's
just
the
these-
relationship there?
Yeah, they're old German guys
Yeah.
that have a toy shop.
you just
that-
hang out with old German dudes, like
Pretty much, yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
And then fucking they throw out that Charlie's mom got remarried, like literally out of nowhere. They're just like, oh yeah, by the way, Charlie's mom, she ain't around because she's fucking some other guy. So anyway, moving on from there.
Yeah, all the exposition
Okay,
they establish immediately. And
See, I missed that.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? Like, that's enough for me to kind of just not give a fuck. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like,
totally.
at least they addressed it.
They
Then-
did.
But I love that
in
Jan.
one line.
I love
Yeah.
that Jan, Han's brother, gets all the exposition out of the way. Yeah, Charlie come here when he because his mom remarried, which makes it paves way for your new love interest in this film.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was fucking weird too.
Yeah,
Because they didn't even fucking. It was like there was no love interest, and then all of a sudden with the fucking tutor, she just plants a kiss on her, like when they're behind
Yeah,
the
like,
bench.
they, like
one
they
day.
never even hung out outside of any of that stuff, right?
No, it was very fucking.
Huh.
It was like, well, maybe we should have Gordon kiss the fucking tutor.
Yeah.
Why? It would be nice.
Yeah.
yeah.
we haven't had. A,
It's in Emilio's
Yeah.
contract that he needs to kiss somebody on
Yes.
screen.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's just one of
something.
those tropes in Hollywood where they gotta have a love interest,
it
and-
made no fucking sense.
yeah, it's funny because so in this one,
Oh yeah, and then there was the fucking duck whistle.
yeah, the duck whistles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, you
call him
fucking-
call him with this.
Yeah, Jan, here you go. Here, take this duck whistle and have fun.
Yeah.
It was like,
Which
cool.
they didn't even. That's what I'm tripping out about this.
The
'cause-
duck whistle came back.
well, did they even do anything
Mm-hmm.
in the first one with that?
No, not at all.
That's what I'm saying. So like I said, like I said on the last one, is like D2 was the one that I watched plenty of times, right? I
Right.
rewatched this one way more than the first one, right?
Uh-huh.
So when we watched the first one, it was almost like, it was a big refresher for me because
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it in fucking forever.
Right.
It just wasn't that fresh in my mind. But this one, I remember so many of these things, but so many of them, these fucking plot points don't even make sense
no.
to be a sequel.
Nope.
I always thought the duck whistle was a thing.
No.
Like, on both movies.
No,
right?
not at all. Because like
So-
they weren't even
so
the
it-
fucking ducks until like they were D5.
Right. So watching these back to back, I'm like, so many of this shit doesn't make any sense.
No. They're like, fuck it, dude. You can't make this movie. It's fine. We're just gonna replace you with your fucking brother Jan. Oh, you don't want to do the movie? We don't fucking need Charlie's mom. Fuck her. We're just gonna say she got remarried. Fuck it.
yeah.
Charlie don't need a mom.
Charlie's mom got decapitated by a steamroller. Coincidentally,
Right.
yeah, it's So this one, Coach Bombay is not playing any games. He's in it to win it.
Well, technically, he's playing hockey at the beginning.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's playing.
Yeah.
He's playing hockey. He
Oh
loses
yeah, and
it.
then there's the Jewish guy that comes in.
yeah.
Hendricks Hockey.
Yeah, Hendricks Hockey.
Well, before that, they were like, get the team back together, and then Charlie takes the whistle and starts going around in his rollerblades, and he's like, yo, brothers, we're getting the band back together.
Yeah, but
and
like,
then they all just start rollerblading around.
Yeah, but the whole thing where the dude, Mr. Hockey Man shows up like with this contract and this like,
Yeah.
and this idea to
You're gonna be
it's
huge.
so just out of left. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Hey, you're gonna be. You ever
it's-
heard of Pat Riley?
It sets up the whole movie, but you're
Yes.
like,
yeah, it's his brother,
but
right?
you're like, why would this even happen?
Who knows?
Hey, you know you're a dismantled team. Put them back together. We'll make
And
some
first
big
of all,
money.
like Pat Riley and all these other coaches that he references were like professional players.
Yes, not
huge players.
not a peewee coach.
Yeah, not a fucking AAA.
Right.
You know,
not even AAA, just a fucking AAA. Like
Hendricks had a lot of promise in the Ducks for some reason.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So we saw how well the first movie did.
Right.
Was he aware? I don't know. It's just it was pretty funny how fast that came together. Like to assemble the team.
Yes.
This time they got a big sponsor.
Right.
And in this movie, you see Gordon kind of like lose his heart that he had in the first one because now he's driven.
We'll get there.
Also,
we haven't even.
Here's a point that I didn't notice until right now too is that the perfect depiction of college football. Motherfuckers getting all this money. We don't have any reference of how much the kids are getting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
right?
yeah.
The kids are playing the goddamn game. Mm-hmm. And he took a fat check
Absolutely
to manage this team.
Yep, and the kids ain't getting shit.
And the kids ain't getting shit.
Exploited.
Maybe a trophy. They got New Jerseys.
They didn't even get a fucking trophy.
They didn't even show a trophy.
No.
No.
They got a fucking flag. They handed fucking Charlie, who didn't even play the game. They're all, hey, Charlie, here's an American flag.
Yeah.
There's your Stanley Cup. Go wiggle it around the ice and have a good time, pal. Knock yourself out.
Be proud of your country. Take no money and shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Here's your flag.
Yeah. Here's your.
So one thing that was kind of cool is like that beginning scene where he's getting the band back together and they're rollerblading around and they run into the Hawks, the ex-Hawks, and fucking that whole scene was cool because it was like it just showcased like how cool rollerblading was at that point in time.
Rollerblading
it was
shit.
the fucking shit.
Yeah.
Because that movie came out. I was 12 when that movie came out, and dude, every fucking day I was on my fucking blades ripping around every day. Like that was the fucking shit. No matter
rollerblading.
What, no matter what.
Yeah, rollerblading was like the new thing. And I remember definitely eating shit on rollerblades.
Oh yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
And there would always be like some kid that would just show off like I'm Johnny Rollerblades.
Dude.
And and the cast of the movie actually looked like they were pretty decent rollerbladers.
Yeah, they could. I mean, fuck, dude. You think about it, like all of us.
I was really trying to like pinpoint the doubles when they were.
Oh sure.
Yeah. So like, but there were I mean, I didn't notice many, but
because they could probably find young kids that were just like skaters. Yeah, they just fucking rip.
Let's be clear. Rollerbladers are fruit booters. Skateboarders are skaters. Okay.
I fucking love rollerblading. I do
Fruit
feel like
boot.
it's. I see kids on rollerblades now every once in a while. I'm like, that's cool that like they don't give a fuck. You know, like they don't. I think it's like so much time has passed that like they don't remember rollerblading being like the gayest thing in the fucking world, dude. So it's like they're just like, what? These are cool, man. I can fucking whip around. And
I gotta tell you. Still trying to be like in skateboard culture. Rollerbladers are still the most hated people at the skate park.
Yeah,
it's also they're also the rudest people. It's I don't know, whatever stereotype I guess. But the last time I was at a fucking park with this blader guy, I mean, it was like, dude, he was running the park, waxed the fuck out of this ledge, and was just in the way. Would not let anybody else. He had a filmer there too, and it just was no fucking.
It was Robert.
Dude,
I just love that. You're talking about a rollerblader in 2021.
Filming at the skate park when we're all just trying to have a good fucking
what was
time.
He doing? Trying to film a gay porn
just
or
to
what?
Grind this fucking thing. And I was just like, dude, like.
Well, no, to me that's just hilarious. It's like someone like a unicycle. You know, that's like a very outdated kind of thing to be excited about. Yeah.
Oh, do you film a skate video, dude?
Yeah.
No.
I'm a blader, dude.
Yeah.
Tons of them are out there.
Actually, you know what?
It made a big comeback, and a lot of girls are doing like freestyle roller skating now too, which is kind of crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I know the 90s are back. Kids are wearing ugly Oshkosh Bagosh clothes again. I wonder if those alien stickers from the bowling alleys will be back. Too.
Oh my god, that'd be fucking great.
Those stickers were the best.
Kids are gonna be drawing Stussy signs everywhere.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Man.
You know, I shot a video with my homie one night on rollerblades. It was called Son of Nightblade. And what it was like I was supposed to be like a fucking rollerblade cop, and I was like skating around looking for like fucking dirty fucking scumbags in downtown LA.
Can we reshoot it? Can you just write a script and we'll just redo it?
It was really fucking rad. There's the movie. It was like a movie trailer. Anyway, but we were fucking being on rollerblades in downtown LA it's the worst place to rollerblade in the fucking world.
Yeah,
and the reason why is because I'm not fucking kidding you. when you get on the fucking sidewalks in DTLA with rollerblades, there's so much scuzz on the fucking sidewalks that like your fucking skates are like sliding out from underneath you because it's so fucking. There's like I'm not kidding you, scuzz on the fucking streets.
Right. Well, I guess it depends on which. Some of the blocks are actually pretty smooth right there in downtown.
It was smooth, but it was like literally scuzz.
Yeah.
It was fucking because I was near like.
Well, you don't have
jewelry
4-wheel
district.
drive like on a skateboard, so I guess it makes it a little bit harder.
Yeah, it's gross. But yeah, Nightblade, that was pretty fun.
Dude, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, these kids though are fucking talented, man. They rollerblade, they play hockey.
Yeah, man.
And this one, let's talk about some of the characters that are introduced in this one.
Oh yeah, so there's like Luis Mendoza, who was the kid from Miami. That was one thing that was kind of cool is they introduced all these kids that were playing hockey in like non-traditional hockey markets.
Right.
Like the fucking Lasso boy.
Yeah.
The Western kid from Austin.
The
cowboy from Austin.
Yeah, the most rural. Yeah, the most like hippie town in Texas. They've got like the most hillbilly. He's got like these beautiful big ears, and he's just a little old cowboy, and he gets real excited when he gets a rope in there, and he's great. They've got him. They've got that girl who's from Maine.
Yep, Bangor, Maine.
Yeah.
I remember her name. The goalie.
And she's a goalie,
Yeah.
and then you got the one of the Bash brothers.
Yeah, the 21-year-old Bash brother.
20, yeah.
Yeah, brother.
The older kids in the crew are like clearly in their 20s.
Right.
Yeah, and so he comes out. He looks like he's from Rosemead too. What's his name? Johnny Thunder? I don't know what his name is.
Probably.
Johnny Thunder's up in the New York Dolls. No, but he comes out there.
I saw him at punk gigs growing up, actually.
Oh yeah, I know. He seems like he'd be at like a backyard gig for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, him coming out.
He looks like one of my buddies that I grew up with that was like 18 when I started hanging out with him. Mm-hmm. But he was big enough to look like he could buy beer, so he'd buy us beer.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Gotta
yeah.
love those
So he
kids.
looks just like that guy I grew up with, which is so funny.
And I'm sure he acts just like him too. He comes out and what song?
What was that song? Was like fucking.
What is it?
I think I wrote it down.
Fuck, I don't remember.
Yeah, when they introduce these characters, they all have like their moment to shine and show off who they are. They'll be like, "Oh, and here's Nubby," and there'll be a kid, a amputee kid on
That's
the
all that
ice.
movie was missing. Was
Yeah,
the amputee kid.
they need Nubby in the new one for sure. I hope they do.
Oh my god, they really should.
Yeah, but they wouldn't make it funny or fun. You know what I mean? Back in the day, they could have fun with that.
Yeah,
could be
they
like,
would call him Nubby.
Yeah, they just throw them at people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Doc, give me a chance, coach.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
put
yeah.
some
my
weird
one
bowling
shot.
sound
Yeah,
effect on
nubs. And he goes, "Quirk." Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
It's like a
what?
little. They call him the potato.
Operation Penguin. They just slide on him.
there. No,
They just slide on his belly.
Yeah. No.
the fucking players, and then the fucking bowling pin knockdown sound.
Right. Yeah.
All the
Yeah.
players falling. Oh, it'd be
They
fucking
get free.
awesome.
They get free chili cheese baked potatoes when he.
You know what? You know what I love
Chili
about
cheese fries.
Do the
boys.
potato.
what I love about the diversity in this movie, though, is like it makes you really remember what it was like for people not to hyper focus on the idea of the identity of these cultures. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we had a girl on the team.
With several
and
girls.
That never even was meant. It's just like,
No.
okay, there's a girl on the team.
No.
And we have like
Asian kids, black
Asian kids,
white
black kids,
yeah.
white kids, and
Mexican
then
kids.
one that were culturally ambiguous
Yeah,
that we can't
Goldberg.
figure out. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, paisano.
Right,
Those
yeah.
fuck the
Yeah,
fuck.
I think Goldberg is I think the actor is Jewish.
Yes.
but yeah, he kind of looks Puerto Rican, and then
Yeah,
he
and then
like
he was
is
saying
he's
Italian
every
shit.
yeah he's like every New York. He's like a gumbo,
Right.
Every New York culture in one.
Yeah,
like,
but
he
they
could
really
just-
in this one in particular, they fucking threw out like it was
even
like,
the
what
little
is Goldberg?
the little Asian kid though has like a funny line too. Like I don't know who wrote that, but the Asian kid at one point's all "Oy vey."
That's right. Yeah.
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 Yeah, and like the fucking one of the big Icelandic guys is just standing right above him. Yeah. Oy vey.
Yeah, I love how so speaking of the cultures in this movie, these new kids, join the old ones, and they get right to it, and they're playing Trinidad.
Yeah, Trinidad
which
and Tobago.
Yeah, Tobago, which is my favorite because those jerseys are fucking sick.
Sick.
They're tie-dye.
Tie-dye.
Yeah.
I always loved that. I was like, dude, I want those jerseys. And it's crazy because the Icelander people are like the big villains of this one.
Yeah.
but they're not the VHS cover was of the Trinidad team,
Tobago, yeah.
because it's a rad
It's a
jersey.
jersey.
But it's
Yeah.
funny because it shows them both like blowing bubble gum, which
touching.
is like has nothing to do with any of the characters. There's no,
No.
hey, there's gummy, there's
Yeah.
no, which sounds
That's how you catch COVID.
Yes,
Yeah,
there you
yeah.
go. Yeah, touching gum.
yeah.
Dude, so I found out that the Mighty Ducks in a bunch of the different countries was called Champions, the first one.
Really?
Yes, and then when they did the Mighty Ducks, when they did D2, they changed the name to just the Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks First Blood Champions.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
And
yeah.
then the second, and then when they did D3, they called that one D3. So it went from Champions, the Mighty Ducks, to Mighty Ducks 3.
So it's like a weird like a Final Fantasy.
I guess it confused the fuck out of kids.
it's
They were
like-
just like, what the fuck happened to
Well,
Mighty
they probably
Ducks
had
2?
no idea
Yeah.
they were gonna get like a sequel, probably like
No,
the first time.
I guess
First
they
time around?
didn't think it was. They didn't know it was going to be this big of a hit.
Right.
I think they pretty much knew it was gonna, it was gonna be, it's a Disney flick. They knew what they were doing,
Right.
but they didn't think it was gonna be such a fucking phenomenon.
Which is great when that happens because now, unfortunately, and then too, when movies would do well and they knew that movies would do well, that's when the movies kind of get worse. You know, like when you see horror movies back in the day, especially horror movies, the first was usually the best because
Right.
it was like, this is the only shot we got.
Yeah.
So we're going to make a good movie. Nowadays, it's like, all right, we're going to have a whole universe.
Right.
There's going to be 30 films.
Yeah.
Like, remember Ghostbusters 3 that totally ate a bag of dicks?
Yeah.
And it's not me being sexist or anything. I love the cast.
Well,
but
you
that
are
movie.
sexist.
Wait a minute. Oh, that's not. Oh, we're counting that as Ghostbusters 3?
Okay, well, I mean, Ghostbusters 3
Yes,
was
it was
supposed to come out, but
Ghostbusters
COVID.
3.
No, it wasn't.
Whatever that was. Ghostbusters reboot.
It was an attempt at something that didn't fucking work.
Well, okay, so that's a whole other ordeal. That movie
Because
is...
Ghostbusters 3 is actually supposed to come out
yeah.
like next year or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, Jason Reitman did it. Yeah, either way, that's a whole other... We could go on.
Ghostbusters 3, where the girl one was trash.
Yeah, it was...
That
it
movie
was...
fucking sucked.
Yeah, and it's not me because I love the cast and I was going to embrace it. I'm like, oh, fuck
Oh, me
yeah,
too.
okay.
I defended the fuck out of it on multiple podcasts. I was like, oh, this, like, give it a chance. It might be fucking awesome. And then...
But the quality of the movie
so
was like
fucking
it was like an
stupid.
ABC family movie. It was very bizarre. The
It was
CG,
terrible.
the comedy. Who really like?
It was not funny.
What were the big jokes in the movie that you can remember? Leslie Jones
Dumplings?
Yeah, the dumpling thing. Like, I have your dumplings.
Wasn't there a joke about getting fucking puke in your pussy? It was like, oh yeah,
Wait, what did you...
No, because I just imitated the improv guy. Like those great improv scenes that go on forever with like fucking where he's like, I have your dumplings, but I said it in a voice, whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, but,
oh yeah, that's right. There was
yeah.
that whole dumpling gag.
Yeah,
where
the great gag.
There's only one dumpling in
Right.
here.
Yeah, it's just like, what is this? Someone kill me,
Yeah.
please.
No one has this interaction unless they're... I don't know. It's like, who...
An alien wrote it.
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
just so-
shitty and bizarre.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was like the definition of studio interference.
Yeah.
Studio interference and like shoehorning some kind of like they must have had some kind of idea for a script at one point, and they were like, oh well, why don't we just make it a Ghostbusters movie? Cool.
Yeah.
Bam bam.
No, I love how they fight the logo at one point.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Anyways, that's a whole other fucking can of dog shit diarrhea.
Yeah, dude, for
but
sure.
what I was getting at is at the beginning of that movie, they say a Ghostbusters universe. So they're planning. That's the problem is like back in the day, you only had one shot. Even now,
Yeah.
if it's a new idea, which they will never take chance on again.
No.
But like that's what was cool about a movie like The Mighty Ducks. It's kind of like they didn't know it'd be a phenomenon like that. Just like Home Alone or any of those movies, they had no idea. So, Mighty Ducks, by the time 2 came out, it was like a worldwide phenomenon.
Yep.
There was a team in Anaheim that had just started. And I didn't get to mention this in the first one. The first professional like hockey anything I saw was the Mighty Ducks in Anaheim during their practice season. And they had the duck whistle.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. It was pretty rad.
How
but
fucking annoying must have that have been?
Yeah.
Fucking great.
Yeah, dude.
I
Especially if
love
you're a
that
kid.
shit. I love that shit with kids and just blowing on shit.
Oh, my God.
I went to up
That
north.
sounds like my fucking nightmare, like now. You know?
Dude, it's
Yeah.
fucking.
Like as an adult,
Oh
like
my
I'm
God.
sure if I was like 9 going to a Ducks
Yeah.
game with a duck
Give me
whistle,
the duck whistle.
of course I'd be stoked.
Yeah.
But now I'm just like,
Oh,
fucking
dude.
kill me.
I
Yeah.
fucking went to. There's this little theme park up north called Train Town. I took 3 kids, like young kids, to Train Town, and I bought them all train whistles. and these kids were fucking going ham on those things and pissed off everybody around. I fucking loved it.
Well, that's the
was
fun
great.
part. Yeah, I do that shit.
Yeah,
I do that shit to piss off my mom and my brothers and stuff. 'Cause
Dude, that's great. Well, let's talk about the sound effects in these Mighty Ducks movies. We haven't got to that. It's literally, I think, a cartoon sound effect. Like whatever the cartoon short people at Disney, I think like that's all
They're
they
doing
were.
the fucking effects.
Yeah, they had plenty of pink. Like, those guys, they needed work in the 90s. So it's like, all right, we're going to put you guys to Mighty Ducks. Yeah.
But
No
you
one's gonna
kind
care.
of need that in a movie like this, though, because anytime there's any sort of slapstick, if you put some silly sound effects to it, though, it's like it softens the blow.
Right.
Well,
Otherwise, if you make it too realistic, it just looks bad.
Yes.
you
Yeah,
know?
I miss that though. That's the thing that I miss about the 90s. Like you said, like, dude, things were just like fun and kind of light. And when they had like serious moments, it was always executed quickly. Like now, if there's drama in a kids movie, it's like the movie's literally 3.5 hours long, and then there's like a whole 40 minutes dedicated to the trauma that this kid's going through, and you're like, dude, please, can we just summarize this really fast?
But that's what I'm saying. They never focused on any of that stuff.
No.
in this movie.
No, not at all.
Yeah, they do it
They
subtly.
move fucking fast.
I like
really
that
quick.
it's ADD style too.
Yeah.
The pacing of the movies.
And one thing I thought was funny too is that they keep calling fucking Banks a cake eater.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, you know, the whole time you're thinking like cake eater. Dude, they're calling this kid a fag. Like, they can't fucking say it because, like, I'm sure that somebody in this, there was probably a draft of a script where they were probably calling everybody fags. It was the 90s, you know?
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
And then, like, somebody was like, well, we can't say that, so we got to, what are we going to call cake eater?
You looked up cake eater.
I looked it up.
Yeah.
You know? And it is a cake eater is an effeminate party-going dandy. And a dandy is a man devoted to style, fashion, and appearance. So they're basically calling the guy a fucking fag.
Which,
The entire time. And it's like, fuck, man, that's so fucking wild.
Yeah, so after you told me that, I'm watching this movie, and every time he says it, I'm just like replacing it with fag. Like,
Yeah, the whole time you're like, Jesus Christ.
Jesus, man.
yeah, man.
Not going to happen anymore.
No. Yeah, they say it a lot. And
That's not going to be in the reboot for sure.
No. But
Maybe Nubby will, though.
yeah, I hope so.
That's pretty
Well, I think they
inclusive.
can still get away with cake eater, just as long as I don't know.
And, well, no, but the thing is, they won't have it because some people can't eat cake.
Yeah. It's
And
like
that would
me.
offend. Yeah.
We got a gluten allergy and a peanut allergy, so
Yeah.
I know,
How dare you?
you're a fucking peanut eater. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love the silliness, and you know, we had a ongoing joke too in the while we were watching it. Now, there's the character of Jan, and then there's there's Hendrix, which is he's like the big wig. He's like the money guy, and he's the one that's kind of like, hey, Gordon, you could be. You know,
could be a fucking
CEO.
star.
Yeah. Here's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for 2 minutes, or he's showing him the world, and
That fucking scene where they're like at that party, the celebrity party.
yeah.
I was looking at who was in that scene, and there's like people you don't even notice. Like, I mean, I don't even know. Greg Louganis is in that fucking scene.
That's
really?
hilarious.
Yeah, and fucking Christy Yamaguchi, who I actually ran into up north one day. I was too fucking stoned and too excited to say hi. The writer or the director, Steve Brill, he's in that scene. And also, I mean, don't forget about fucking Kareem. And then Luke Robitaille, Chris Chelios.
Well,
and
Kareem,
Cam
I think,
Neely.
had the most.
He had the most
camera
screen time.
time.
Yeah.
And he was also, I mean, out of all those fucking people, he was definitely the biggest star.
Sure.
Yeah, and the tallest.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but we had a good joke though with Jan being it's fucked up, but you know, like there's a scene in the movie where it shows how Gordon is changing because of the money that's involved in the game now, and how he's losing focus.
Here, and it says the whole movie revolves around Jew money and Jew spell.
Yeah, well, the context. There's a context there. Because we kept saying that because Jan is of German descent. That maybe he is anti-Semitic because there's a scene where he's really disappointed in he's watching the game of Bombay coaching the kids, the Team USA, former Ducks, Team USA, and they're playing. Who are they playing right there? Is it Iceland already?
No, I think they were playing
Trinidad. Yeah, they're playing Trinidad.
Which made him even more upset, I think.
Yeah. But
Once he heard the steel drum band, he was like, "Fuck."
He's like, I'm fucking pissed, man. It's not.
Yeah,
The steel drum band was tight.
but yeah, Yanni is like, he's watching this and like, making a birdhouse or whatever he's doing, making some chocolates. I don't know. And he's watching this, and then he has like just disgust on his face at Bombay because Bombay, it's supposed to show that he's changed. And Yanni's someone, Yanni and his brother Hani, I guess, had a lot to do with Bombay, but he just reads it right away, like, oh man, he's changed. But the ongoing joke is because of Hendrix, the man of Jewish descent who was helping him, and he's
We don't know if he's Jewish descent, but
but they
the
kind
implication is there.
Well,
it's the whole but it's funny because sometimes like the stereotypes and stuff they definitely push then, and they could do it then without like any repercussion.
Yeah.
Like I think, doesn't the Asian kid do karate or something? I don't know. He does.
Well, he doesn't, but
he gets taught by the black man how to fight.
But he does do like a weird spin on the ice or something like that, and then
Oh yeah, that's right, he does.
I can just see the executives
Dipsy
too.
Doodle.
How about he is in a urban neighborhood in Boyle Heights, and a urban child teaches him how to fight because they usually know how to brawl.
Well, they know how to fight down there.
Yes, they have to. It's
by the
rough.
way, and this is why it's look. I don't know how it was in the '90s, but I'm like, if a bunch of black kids were playing hockey at a schoolyard, like after hours, like that would never happen.
No.
I mean, it was the '90s. It was hockey was the biggest ever then.
At that
point,
was. I mean, it was big.
So I think probably there's probably Martian kids playing hockey on Mars.
Fuck, dude, we had all kinds of motherfuckers playing hockey when I was a kid. Everybody.
Yeah, I mean, me too. But then again, I wasn't really around, Boyle Heights or South Central back then.
No, definitely not.
I was a suburban kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
there's fucking weird stuff in this movie, like how they just took the term Bash Brothers from Canseco and Maguire, and they were just like, yeah.
Well, I think Bash Brothers has been used in multiple different areas. It's like didn't we have Bash Brothers in wrestling and then
Oh,
those
that was
dudes,
that was
right?
the Bushwhackers.
The Bushwhack Brothers.
No, we also had the Bash Brothers. Oh, yeah, the Bash Brothers. Oh, the Smash Brothers? Where maybe they were the
I think
Smash?
they're the Bang Brothers.
There was those guys that had
The guys
the
that
Kiss
had
makeup.
and they had like the football pads and shit.
Oh no, that was the Legion of Doom. That was
Eventually,
Legion of Doom.
Eventually, but there was a pair of them that were a tag team,
And
they were
they
a
did-
tag
there
team
was-
in the late '90s.
You're
and they were
talking
the,
about
That's the
that
Legion
motion
of
you're
Doom,
doing,
right?
That's Luke and Bush, the Bushwhackers.
Yeah, the Bushwhackers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guys with the pads was Hawk and Animal, and those were the Legion of Doom. And then there was another guy. There was Crash and something else. But this is all early '90s shit, and that was something different. They all looked like they were like S&M Kiss members.
Well,
They had, like black and white makeup.
But anyway,
Do you think
I remember hearing the Bash Brothers in like,
wrestling too?
Wrestling too, yeah.
I don't know, man.
It might be
Here, I'll look it up. I'm
Nelson,
gonna Google it.
a Nelson Mandela effect or something. But
Yeah.
I do remember the Bang Brothers though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a big influence.
Had a big influence on my
Yeah. And what I loved about this movie too is I do love the pacing and sort of the ADD nature of it and how fast things kind of happen.
Yeah.
But his love interest in this one is funny because she's just head over heels immediately and kind of he literally just kisses her.
That was it.
Out of nowhere, and it's just that's it.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
The tutor.
Yeah, and Charlie is kind of. It's weird because I remember him being the main character, but in this one, I literally don't see him play hockey once.
No.
He's just the cheerleader in this movie.
So, what the Basham brothers?
The Bushwhackers.
So
the Road
Warriors.
Warriors. Okay, the Basham Brothers.
Basham brothers. I've never fucking heard of them.
I
They
think
were the champions. It looks like.
they look like they would commit hate crimes.
Okay, so the Basham Brothers. My bad.
Well, that's pretty close though.
Yeah.
That's a pretty fucking.
They look like they'd be the gay Basham Brothers.
They sure do.
Not like they'd be.
I'd like to see them on fucking Bang Bros.
Not that they would be gay, but they.
No, that would
but they
be-
look like they'd commit hate
Not that
crimes.
there's
Is
anything
what I'm
wrong
saying.
with that. The Basham
Yeah, yeah,
brothers.
the gay
Basham
Basham
Brothers,
Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're so gay, but no, we're not. We fucking rip.
Remember when in the 90s though, things were so fucked up, like just being gay was a punchline in those fucking movies.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, dude. They're fucking calling her. They still call it Cake Eater.
Yeah, cake eater.
Cake Eater.
Hey,
And then they
girls.
call them girls.
Yeah.
I mean, even in the Sandlot, right? You throw. What is that? You play ball like a girl,
something like that.
and that was what set it off, and that's why they ended up playing the other kids.
Yeah, and
You play ball, and he goes, "What did you say?" He's like, "You heard me. You play ball like a girl." That was
You play ball like an Icelander or an Islander, I should say.
Yeah, weird.
So Iceland is they're the big bad boys in town in this one, and Team USA is playing them.
Yeah, and the Iceland, like, and what was interesting about the difference between the Hawks in the first movie and then the Iceland team is like the Hawks, like you were saying, like they were chill, fucking, they were just doing their job. They were just, good hockey players, the Hawks.
Yeah.
And the Iceland team, they come out right out of the bat as like fucking dicks.
Yeah, they're just like they're roided up on whatever Gorgon, Fark, whatever drug is available in Iceland.
Yes.
Yeah. But what's great is that dumb Americans like ourselves wrote this movie, and Iceland, from our research, there's literally no NHL players right now that I know of
they've never produced a single fucking hockey player.
So we assume that because there's a lot of people from like Scandinavian.
I'll tell you right
countries.
now, there's none from South Central either.
I don't
know.
No, I don't think
so. Where's Dustin Brown's from like New York?
Yeah, I think
he's like a Rangers fan.
Alec Martinez is from, I think he's from L.A. or maybe he's just
I think he's Canadian, dude.
He's Canadian.
He's Canadian.
I thought Alec Martinez was from L.A.
No, I don't
he was
think
like
so.
Canadian. Like he's
couple,
Latino, but he's also Canadian.
Right.
Austin Matthews is he's from he plays in Toronto, but Austin Matthews he was from I think Phoenix, but I don't know if there's any players that came from
like South Central.
I do think
there is someone. Yeah,
eventually
some hockey
I'm
fan
sure.
is probably
what's, and another thing that's strange about all the teams that they faced on like they faced Trinidad and Tobago. We saw that. We saw them face Iceland. We saw them face Italy. We didn't really see Team USA face any like real market, like real hockey market.
Like Russia.
Like we didn't see them face Russia. We didn't see them face.
But maybe
Canada.
they were trying to just avoid that kind of Cold War Russian vibe,
Yeah, well, that, and I think that Russia and the United States were pretty buddy at the time.
Yeah.
And I think that they were trying to avoid any kind of like they don't want to shit on Canada because that wouldn't look good.
Right.
And also Russia or did they face the Germans in that movie?
Well, I think no, but Hans is in it or whatever.
Yeah,
Jans.
Yeah. He's an ally.
But they don't. I think it's probably because like there's places that have established teams, like in movies when they have like a New York team and it's not the Yankees or whatever. It's probably like we just don't want to like. Because if you're in Russia, you're going to want that Russian team. You're not going to want, like, we're the Russian icicles
Well, it's
or
probably,
whatever.
and it's probably good if they want to fucking put that movie in Russia. They don't want to, like, it's like, oh, we're getting our asses kicked in this movie. Fuck this movie.
Yeah.
So they want to avoid that at all costs.
Plus, I think, like Scandinavians are just like an easy target too. It's like because they're so neutral, like they don't bother anybody, but like everyone makes fun of them.
Yeah,
and it's like they don't seem to care.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the team. It's the Iceland Vikings.
Yeah,
and on the jerseys it's just spelled the
Islands.
Islander. Yeah, the Islands.
It just says Islands. And it's the same. What's weird too is I was thinking about it. It's the same fucking color scheme as the Hawks. Like it's the same
yeah,
fucking
it is.
jerseys.
Yeah, it's the black and silver.
And I love when they are introduced. It's there's like
Raiders, fool.
Yeah. There's a great scene with Emilio Estevez and the gang at the Coliseum when they're there and they're like talking about what's coming up, and then they're talking about their competitors in Iceland. And they just so happen to the entire team is just waiting on the side, like during the press conference, and then there's like a Mike Tyson challenge moment where it's like, their coach Gavin Newsom is,
whisper talking to each other.
Yeah. So for some reason, the entire place stops to hear what the coach is murmuring to him. Yeah, where he's like, "We all Americans, we will, fuck you."
It's very Karate Kid-esque, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. But it's great that I don't know. This one was such a big deal when it came out. I remember being so stoked. And it's so funny because I don't remember some of those things that were identical about the first one. Like some of the montage things are at like the same exact point.
Yes.
It's kind of hilarious.
Yeah,
they had a formula that they knew was working.
Right.
Yep.
And then they end sudden death again. Right?
Yeah, and then they changed like uniforms too at the end. Like they finally get established later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
totally.
mean, in the first one they have the uniforms a little earlier, but they're literally the Ducks for 5 minutes?
at the end of the movie.
Yeah, and it's those dope ass jerseys,
Right.
The original,
The
like,
iconic,
the iconic Anaheim, the classic Ducks, and this is after the Anaheim team.
Yes.
So they purposely kind of, I think, probably
that whole thing with
marketed that.
those jerseys and like where they're like, we're here at the Anaheim Pond, the whole thing, or the Arrowhead Pond. It just felt like it was like a shoehorned advertisement.
Oh yeah.
You know, like there was a couple things like that, like they were so like when Gordon was like, fuck Hendricks hockey, I'm burning down my fucking shit, and we're gonna, I'm gonna be good now, and I'm not gonna be a fucking corporate asshole and like let all this stardom get to me. And then the next fucking scene is like Jan stacking up all those Coca-Cola cans and being like telling Luis to be like, stop in front of this. It's like, give me a fucking break, dude. It's like, cool. It's like, don't be a fucking corporate sellout, but Coca-Cola guys.
But buy Coca-Cola.
Yeah, and then it was like, here we are at the pond. It was like, come on, man. It just, I don't know. As a kid, you were probably like, whoa, cool. But watching it as an adult,
Oh
you're
yeah,
like,
what they
this
did,
is corporate.
exactly what they did is they set it up as a fucking tourist attraction. So anybody who goes to visit Disneyland can just go to the pond for a hockey game.
I've been told by people that like back in the day, they had all kinds of fun because you went to the preseason game.
Yeah.
But I heard that they had so much like fun stuff to do at the rink in between periods, and there was like, what was that? Wild Wing was the mascot.
Yeah.
But I heard there was all kinds of fun shit going on all over the place in the stadium when those games were going on.
Yeah, Mickey and Minnie were there. Like,
were they really there?
Yeah, Mickey and Minnie were there for sure because it was Disney owned at first.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Goldberg was there eating and farting,
Fucking
like a fat fuck.
Doing heroin.
No, I love it. Yeah, they always had Goldberg is my favorite because he always really just gets the wrath of everyone. Everyone takes everything out on Goldberg.
Yep.
But this one had the new goalie as well.
Yeah.
Does she plays like once, I think, in the I
I
shows
think
her.
so.
Yeah, and then
twice, I think.
Maybe she comes in
3 times a lady. Yeah. And then I love the hillbilly dude.
The roping.
Yeah, the roping. I don't think he doesn't really do anything true to the game, but at one point he grabs a rope. He gets real excited because he's
got 2 memorable moments.
Yeah,
he's got the roping, and then when they're on Rodeo Drive.
Oh yeah, rodeo.
That says rodeo.
Oh yeah, or when they also fuck with him with the whipped cream, where they like put like
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, and he's like, he's just covered in whipped cream. Yeah, he's got like these big old ears on him, and he's got a really tiny brain because at one point they just put a rope, and it like to him he's like, oh yeah, and he just goes out there, and he decides to rope the Icelandic guy that's about to.
He's gonna hit the chick. He's
gonna smash this girl.
Yeah.
He's gonna smash whatever.
Moreau. I can't remember. What's her last name?
Yeah, Margot Moreau.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he stops her from that, but it's great because he just sees this rope and it just like gets him all excited.
Yeah.
That should have been the on-screen kiss.
Why not?
She should have been like my hero.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
Texan American.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was
the Lois and Clark moment?
His name was Robertson, right? I think.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was Robertson.
And I love the Bash Brothers in this one. They're just rocking out all the time.
Oh yeah.
And I forgot what did he come out to? What was the song that the guy came out? One of the Bash Brothers when he's introduced, the new one.
What was it? Oh yeah. Don't you know that
everything's on fire?
So
and we looked it
bad.
up. It's not a song, but we were gonna make a song now.
I can totally make that a song.
No, it was so funny. It's like every time those 2 dudes like ever jumped on the ice, it was like cue generic hard rock from the 90s.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then I love that they never really played. They just came out and then like hit
just
people,
beat the shit out of people, got penalties.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they did their job as goons.
We're taking care of the nerds.
Because he tried to take the shot, and then like one of the other team members like blocked in front of it. He's like, "Oh shit, they figured me out, dude. I fucking they just run in front of the puck when I'm trying to shoot.
Yeah.
Fuck." And then
Wild theory.
That's when Knuckle Puck Boy comes through. Yeah, fucking ripping, dressed up as the goalie.
Yeah, they do that.
By the way, I mean, is that even legal? I mean, can you?
I think there's a rule that the goalie can only come out a certain point on the ice.
Sure, but he technically he could shoot. But I mean, like,
I think that you can't like come that far out of the goal crease.
Right.
I think you have to stay be before the
You
red
can't do a
line.
switcheroo like they did in that.
I don't think you can.
I think you do have to stay behind. It's like soccer. You got to stay behind the. Yeah.
I could be wrong on that, but you're not going to be able. I don't think they allow when the goaltender's helmet comes off, they call the play dead. So when he ripped off his helmet, he's like, "Aha, fooled you assholes!"
Yeah, fooled you.
Yeah, like they would just call the play dead.
So weird.
It's the same. Maybe it's because it's the same ref from the first movie, and he like has an
He
affinity
went,
for
I've
them.
seen your antics before.
Yeah. It was hilarious though because Kenan Thompson really stole the show. In that movie with the knuckle puck.
Knuckle puck, yeah.
And he's just talking a bunch of trash the whole movie.
You guys ever heard the band Knuckle Puck?
No, we were talking about
Yeah, I
that. We
think
should have
so.
put those on. We should have put them on
I like
earlier.
them.
Yeah, dude.
They're like fucking like in like emo rock. They're like kind of like they sound like emo, like early emo rock or like 2000s emo rock, but like a newer version.
I already hate it.
I fucking love them. I love all that shit.
Dude. I mean, it's funny because
It's all good. It's all fun and games until someone gets caught sending dick pics to 13-year-olds.
Oh,
yeah. We were talking about that earlier. I was curious about so this was like a phenomenon. Other hockey movies prior to Mighty Ducks was Slapshot, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It-
Slapshot. There was Youngblood. There was The Cutting Edge. You guys remember these movies?
I remember Slapshot, but I don't think I ever even watched it.
It's good.
Yeah.
The Hanson brothers.
Yeah.
And then Youngblood was with like Rob Lowe. It was I've only seen that movie a handful of times. It was like one of those movies that when I was a kid, I'm like, oh cool, a hockey movie, and I turned it on and I was like, this is fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
And then there was The Cutting Edge, which was with the hockey player falls in love with the figure skater.
but I think the sudden death is my favorite.
One more thing about this
Jean-Claude.
this movie is, even though it's like it's suspending your fucking belief on certain things, right? But it still looks like an actual game is happening, right?
I think more so than the first.
But at least you're in the game. You feel like you're.
Some of the shots were better.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I guess you're more immersed in what's happening. But
Yeah.
which is like one of my biggest gripes on like when you watch like a band in a movie. You ever do that? You ever like look at?
I can't.
And it's like I'm like
It's disgusting.
Fucking or it's a movie about musicians who look like they've never even touched a fucking guitar in their entire life.
Just even the syncing, like when it's done well, it's just not even. I have a hard time. Even like people are like, oh, did you see Ray? And I'm like, yeah, I saw Ray. And they're like, oh my god, it's so good. I'm like, I just can't do it. It never to me. It never looks correct. And then another thing, like movies that
But there are some movies that actually.
Well,
like,
Ray
hammer.
can't see though.
The only fucking
Hit the road, Jack.
the only band movie.
Is
that
there
I
a blind
liked-
player coming to the new Mighty Ducks?
Oh my god, that'd be great, dude. You really should have been involved in the fucking
Writing
in
of
the think tank of the
Okay.
Mighty
For
Ducks.
sure.
Nubby, the blind guy. What would you call him? Blinky?
Yeah, Blink. Yeah,
Blink.
yeah. Dude, the Blink. He just like fucking. He takes someone's like eye out with the.
He's just got his hearing is so good. You just
Yeah.
can't see anything.
He's got sonar.
Yeah, he's like a daredevil,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, there's a bunch of this. I would say
Smelly.
Yeah, my god. Everybody just runs
What
away.
are
from
we
him.
just naming all the Casper ghosts?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. This movie was like when you compare it to the first Mighty Ducks movie, it's just. Is it any better?
It's my pref, but that's only because of the pacing. We talked about that earlier. I thought this. It's a kids movie. At the end of the day, that's all it is, right?
Right.
So the pacing of it, the way it's so just
Boop, 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 boop,
boom,
boop.
boom, 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 boom. Like I think was way more appealing to me as a child, right?
Yeah.
So that's why the first one was so forgettable for me as a kid, because I think I was too young to understand that one.
Sure.
As a whole, as a better movie, I think the first one is.
Yeah.
But
The
because
knuckle puck is pretty tight.
yeah,
The
but knuckle
rollerblading
puck-
is fucking sick.
yeah, and all that shit.
I think Jans really adds a great,
Yeah.
presence. Yeah, it's stacking up the 70 cans. Oh no, not again. Yeah. I love. I don't know. It's a fun time. It was a
The new characters are cool.
Wayne Gretzky's cameo
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that like the Mighty Ducks and Wayne Gretzky were like two of the biggest things in hockey. in hockey history at this point, and like they were in the same movie.
That's fucking rad.
And
Yeah, it's
D2.
crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder why he didn't do part 1, and they just got. Well, I guess because it was in Minnesota, and they did film in Minnesota. So, and it was funny, like watching this movie and seeing that they only did the Minnesota scenes in the summertime. They were like, "Fuck this, we're not doing a fucking."
Well, yeah,
winter-
that's obviously
movie.
why they moved it to L.A. Right?
Oh,
You
yeah,
know, it was
yeah.
like we can get studio time and
Yep.
blah blah blah. We got a higher budget, and it's
Yep,
like
and we don't have to worry
yeah.
about
We
filming.
don't have to worry about weather.
Yeah, because
Those kids looked frozen in the
Oh
first
my
one.
God.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
especially in the dog shit scene.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah,
poor
yeah.
kids. That must have been so fucking.
When they do like the
cold.
Benny Hill like fast
Yeah.
forward motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when you're a kid, you don't care too much. You know.
Fuck. Yeah, I guess
Well,
not.
I
yeah.
guess that little guy cared enough because he wasn't back in this
he
one.
fucking-
Yeah, he's all,
yeah,
fuck this.
let's talk about
Him
some
and
of
him and fuck, what's his name?
Chubsy.
Pete and Pete.
Yeah,
Kid.
yeah. Danny Tabarelli was in it.
He was not in number 2, and I remember him being. I thought he was.
I thought he
No.
was 2. He might come back in 3.
I don't know.
Right?
I don't think so.
What about the other chubby kid with the duck belt?
He probably
platypus?
lost weight at that point in time, so they're like, dude, we just.
Yeah, you're not cute anymore.
Yeah.
It's not funny.
You're not fat. You're not cute.
Yeah.
Scram.
I just thought that the characters they did add for the new one, like the Asian kid, the new Bash brother,
The hillbilly.
the
retard.
hillbilly, the Mexican dude, Nubby, and then the other goaltender, the girl. I thought those additions to the movie were fucking pretty tight.
They're very definitive
Yeah,
too.
and
They're
then, like,
very defined.
It was exactly. Yeah, they were like chiseled out.
They didn't have a
perfect
ghost
fucking-
kid from like a cancer kid that played hockey.
Oh my god.
Let him get the shot. They have the ghost kid take the shot at the end.
Fuck. Like, how much time does this kid have left?
I know.
Fuck.
Yeah, he
And
comes back.
What's it? I never remember his name because I don't watch SNL. But Keenan
Keenan Thompson.
like the knuckle puck, like that was fucking
Keenan Thompson.
iconic. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And you know,
Yeah, it's a great. This one is definitely a fun sequel, and it adds on top of the pandemonium that was the Mighty Ducks. And I had fun watching this with you guys. I can't
Yeah.
wait. I can't wait for part 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that's the one I remember the least.
And I've never seen it.
So,
Ever.
guys, next week we'll be back to talk about the D3 Mighty Ducks part 3.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know if
fuck
there's a...
D3.
and then we can start fucking watching the new series.
That's right.
I can't
Yeah,
wait.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Shit's gonna be cool.
I'm into it.
Maybe Mark Maron will not get cut from the new season.
So that's right. So Mark Maron was supposed to be in D2, right?
Yeah, he was. I guess he was gonna be a pissed off parking lot attendant in fucking Beverly Hills.
Wow.
No shit. Just like he
Yeah.
was a pissed off parking lot attendant and fucking Almost Famous.
Yeah.
That's
There must have been some kind of crossover between
Right.
those crews.
Maybe,
you know?
maybe.
Oh man, this fucking scene got
Yeah.
cut. Let's just put him
Yeah.
in fucking Almost Famous.
You know what? I know somebody who plays the best pissed off parking
Yeah.
attendant.
Yeah.
But guys, what's that thing that they do in this one too? The game that they play when they decide that they're the Mighty Ducks again in this one. There's a game that they play where they start. It's like an improv game where they're like, "Oh well, I baked my toast and it was burnt,
Yeah. Ducks fly together.
but ducks fly together."
Yeah.
You know, I backed my cop car into a cop car the other day. He drove off and sometimes life okay. There's a Modest Mouse, whatever. But yeah, he's like, then they say ducks fly together.
Yeah.
You know, I shit my pants, but
I barfed on that pile of shit.
but ducks fly together. I accidentally I forgot to pull out. Ducks fly together.
I ate all the pizza.
Ducks
fly
fly
together.
together. I went to a bar unmasked with a bunch of smelly. Never mind. I don't know. Smelly people with diseases.
Ducks fly together.
I feel attacked on that one.
No, I know.
Ducks fly together.
No.
I stopped wearing deodorant.
Oh shit! Ducks fly
Ducks fly
together.
together.
Yeah, dude. No, what was one that we had again?
When you take a bath and you see the poo particles start to float on the top of the fucking water,
Ducks
ducks fly together.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
fuck.
When you storm the Capitol in the Viking helmet,
And you get shot in the neck.
Oh
yeah,
god,
ducks fly together.
When you help Jan exterminate a whole race,
Race
of
of human beings.
okay.
Ducks fly together.
I won't fly with you on that one, man.
Yeah, I want to see
that
Jan
was
and
cool.
Hans' backstory. We were talking about this.
They're a part of Operation Paperclip. I told you, man.
Yeah, I think Han was really upset with Bombay because Jan and his
He
brother
didn't fucking cut Averman. That's why he was so upset.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
You need to get rid of that boy.
Oh no!
Yeah, yeah.
You know the one.
Yeah, you know which one I'm talking
Oh
about.
fuck.
He's like this boy who plays
Yeah, I didn't escape the Nuremberg trials for nothing.
Goldberg.
You know the one with the curly fucking wiry hair.
Yeah, Emilio has to like.
You look like White Chimp.
Yeah, no. What?
That's Russian accent.
Bombay has
fuck
to
it.
diffuse it a little bit. He's like, no, I think he's Puerto Rican. Okay, well, no, I think he's Argentinian. Okay, well, they were very nice to my people. I have a timeshare there. After the Nuremberg trials. No, but guys, this has been amazing. I'm glad we could all come together.
Oh my God, what a fucking
I can't
closer.
wait.
Jesus.
I can't wait for part 3 when they're
When Jan sees it.
No, it's gonna be Ron, dude.
When,
It's gonna be Ronnie.
when Ron goes for the Fourth Reich.
Yeah.
This is Ron. It's the cousin. Oh.
I know.
Hi.
I know. Hi. Oh, so good to see you, Bombay.
Oh my God.
Anyways, guys.
It's just as bad as like in. I mean, Beer Fest did it on purpose, right? He's like, "Oh, I'm Landfill's twin brother."
Yeah.
He's like, "But I'd be cool if you guys just called me Landfill, right?" Like he never.
Cool, man. Yeah.
I feel like I know you guys already.
It's fucking great.
So stupid.
Yeah. Guys, I'm excited for D3. So thank you
baby.
guys for listening. Man, Rossco Soletrain. Check him out on UTizzle, all the social medias under Rossco Soletrain.
Yeah.
Ryan D, hit the mics.
Fucking hit him.
Yeah, dude. Guys.
Slap that like button and fucking with your cock.
Hell yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Balls.
And
Yeah, it gives me twice as many likes when you slap it with your cock.
Yes, it does.
Fuck
It's fucking
yeah.
science, dude.
Yeah, dude, slap shot it, just like they do to Banks.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
their
that
cock.
Knuckle
fucking
puck it, bro.
wrist. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Just
dude.
knuckle
Fucking
puck.
smash it like a fucking like Banks' pussy ass little wrist. That
Just think about the
fucking
anger-
piece of shit.
Just think about the anger Han had when he saw how diverse.
Averman back on. Yeah, totally.
When
He's
he saw
like Averman's
diversity
back?
on the team.
Just
Oh,
channel
fuck.
that when you're smashing the like button.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. Love y'all. Au revoir.
Oy vey.
Ta-ta.
Oy vey.
I know. Oy vey.
All right, I gotta piss.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
fuck. That was good.
Goes right back to the juice.
Shevsky here, and I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed. I know you enjoyed, but I hope you enjoyed the
Mighty
It's a Small
Ducks
World
2
of
special.
Robert Land. Ugh, isn't Robert just a mensch? Don't you just wanted to pinch his big chunky German cheeks? He's like Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age, only he doesn't have that. He doesn't have a band like Queens of the Stone Age. But he's just everything he does. He puts his heart and soul into it. He's so creative. He lifts up the people around him. He's just great. And if for any reason, if you have any extra cash, go to his Patreon, support him, show him some love. You don't have to give $20 a month. Give him a couple bucks. Just do something to help him out and let him know how much you appreciate him. Because it's the same for me with Fantasy House as it is for him with Robert Land. We make it for our communities. And it's all about it. And if you don't have cash, no stress. Just keep listening for free. We make it for you. But if you got an extra couple bucks, hey, throw the guy some money. He's got another Simpsons shirt he's got to buy. You guys know he collects like 1 million Goofy t-shirts, right? Okay, well, love you guys. Stay safe out there. Mwah! Be silly and have fun. Robert Lanchewski out.